Why Stoics never feel jealous. Jealousy. It creeps in quietly. You see someone with the success you wanted. You hear about someone's relationship, their wealth, their recognition, and a voice inside you whispers, "Why not me?" That's jealousy. It poisons the heart. It makes you blind to your own blessings, and it steals your peace, replacing it with bitterness. But the Stoics, those ancient philosophers who faced power, fame, betrayal, and loss, they had a secret. They lived in a way that made jealousy powerless, not because they never saw wealth, beauty, or success in others, but because they understood something deeper, that envy is a chain, and freedom lies in virtue. So why do Stoics never feel jealous? Let's walk through their wisdom. The nature of jealousy. Jealousy arises when we compare. We look at someone else's possessions, status, or talents, and we feel less by comparison. Seneca called jealousy a sickness of the soul. It turns our eyes outward, always measuring, always counting what others have, instead of cultivating what is within us. Think about it. The person you envy may not even feel happy. The wealthy man might be restless. The admired woman might be insecure. The successful entrepreneur may lie awake at night, anxious, unable to enjoy his own life. Jealousy assumes that what others possess automatically makes them fulfilled. But the Stoics knew that was false, because happiness is not built from possessions or praise. It is built from character. What Stoics truly value. The reason Stoics never feel jealous is simple. They do not value what envy feeds on. Envy feeds on wealth. The Stoic says, wealth comes and goes. What matters is how I use it. Envy feeds on beauty. The Stoic says, the body ages, but wisdom endures. Envy feeds on recognition. The Stoic says, fame is noise, and it fades. My virtue is eternal. Marcus Aurelius wrote, wealth, fame, pleasure, they are the gifts of fortune, but virtue is the gift of the soul. This is the key. If you only value what fortune can give, you'll always envy those who receive more. But if you value what lies within, self-control, wisdom, justice, courage, then there is nothing to envy, because no one can take virtue from you. The trap of comparison. Jealousy is comparison gone wrong. You see someone else's chapter 20 and compare it to your chapter 1. You measure your private struggles against their polished highlights. The Stoics warned against this trap. Epictetus said, when you see someone honored before you, ask yourself, what is his labor, and from what did he gain this? He was reminding us that every reward carries a price. The athlete you envy for his glory, look at his years of training, his sacrifices. The businessman you envy for his wealth, look at his sleepless nights, his risks, his burdens. Would you also take on their struggles, their sleeplessness, their pain? Most of us would not. We want the fruits without the labor. But once you understand the price of another person's life, jealousy fades, because you realize it is not your path and it is not your duty. Focus on your own role. The Stoics believed that life is like a play. You do not choose the role you were given. You only choose how well you play it. Epictetus wrote, remember that you are an actor in a drama of such sort as the author chooses. If short, then short. If long, then long. If he wishes you to act the part of a beggar, see that you act the part well. So why envy another actor's role? Why waste your time wishing you had their lines, their costume on their stage? Your task is not to copy someone else's role. Your task is to master your own. Play your part with excellence, no matter how small it may seem. Because the true audience, the universe itself, cares only for how well you embody your character, not how grand your role appears. Gratitude as the antidote. Jealousy dies where gratitude lives. Marcus Aurelius, despite being emperor of Rome, constantly reminded himself of simple blessings: waking up, breathing, seeing the sunrise, having friends, having reason itself. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Gratitude shifts the gaze. Instead of looking at what others have, you see what you already possess. And often, you'll realize you already have enough. Seneca even said, "He is most wealthy who is content with least." Contentment is wealth beyond measure because it makes envy impossible. The futility of envy. Ask yourself, what does jealousy achieve? If another man is wealthy, does my jealousy reduce his fortune? If another woman is beautiful, does my envy take away her charm? If another receives praise, does my bitterness steal their applause? No. Jealousy only punishes the one who feels it. It makes you restless, resentful, distracted. It builds no virtue. It solves nothing. The Stoics were practical people. They believed every emotion should be measured by its use. Does it serve virtue? Keep it. Does it harm the soul? Discard it. By this measure, jealousy has no place in the Stoic mind, turning envy into admiration. But the Stoics also taught transformation. If you see someone excelling, don't envy, learn. Epictetus advised, when you see someone who is better off than you, turn your attention to the qualities by which they got there. If it is good, imitate it. If it is bad, despise it. This is the Stoic's secret. Use others as teachers, not rivals. If they are virtuous, let them inspire you. If they are corrupt, let them warn you. Either way, there is no room for jealousy, only room for growth. Freedom from jealousy. The ultimate reason Stoics never feel jealous is freedom. They are free because they refuse to measure themselves by external standards. They are free because their treasure lies within. They are free because they know their worth comes from their choices, not from comparison. Marcus Aurelius said it simply, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Jealousy looks outward. Stoicism looks inward. And when you live inwardly, grounded in virtue, you cannot be shaken by another's fortune. Jealousy may be natural, but it is not necessary. It is the chain we place on ourselves when we forget where real value lies. The Stoics remind us, do not envy wealth, it can vanish. Do not envy beauty, it fades. Do not envy fame, it is noise and dust. Instead, cultivate virtue, seek wisdom, practice justice, courage, and self-control. Because when your wealth lies in character, when your treasure lies in reason, you have nothing to fear and nothing to envy. That is why Stoics never feel jealous. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to reflect. What do you envy, and how can you turn it into gratitude or inspiration? And if you want more Stoic wisdom to strengthen your mind and free your soul, make sure to like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more. Walk the Stoic path, live free of jealousy, and find peace in virtue.